Here we are in beautiful Cadiz, and we're going to take a moment to talk about our time in the Basque Country. Um, I'd say the Basque Country was just exceptionally beautiful. It had sea, it had mountains, it just had a lot of historic cities. What do you think of it?
It was beautiful. It had some of the best food, and went on this incredible, like, fishing village. It's an old fishing village, and they had this bridge that it wasn't your typical bridge, and that had like this gondola underneath
Yeah.
that would take people in cars, and it was a really quick trip, but we did it a couple times because why not?
Yeah, it's interesting. It just seems like the Basque Country was full of innovations, and the Basques are proud of being innovators. They have a long history of discovering things and doing things differently. I discovered from Maite that they have a connection with the Vikings. Back in the days when they were whalers, the Basques and the Vikings connected, and that's where maybe part of their language came from. But yeah, I was really impressed. Maite took us to the town of Estella, which is where my cousin Ramon and his family, 3 generations of his family in this one home. And Estella was itself just a beautiful, very much Basque city. We had some drinks in what was it called?
The A radical
Yeah,
bar.
Radical Bar.
And it was
Yeah.
like, yes, we
Yeah,
were.
yeah,
It was great.
yeah,
And they were all about Basque, or the prisoners that had been jailed far from home, and getting them back home, and Basque independence, and all of
Still
that.
lives.
Yes, and everything was in.
The history tour continued when we went into the town of Guernica, which was bombed under Franco's orders. He allowed German Nazis to bomb this town to smithereens. It was totally destroyed in the 30s, and it was the impetus for Picasso's very famous painting that we actually saw in Barcelona. Even saw where the Running the Bulls was about to happen in Pamplona. We were 9 days ahead of that, and luckily I was able to get a real big head start on those bulls. But we did follow along the path of the Running of the Bulls.
We spent the night at Maite's home. Maite has a few homes, but this is one that they plan on retiring to, so they're doing a lot of renovations, and they're also renovating the property next to it, and they're thinking maybe they'll rent it out, or...
And they also have an olive grove.
Yes, that was cool.
We had a chance to go take a look at this grove of olive trees that they maintain themselves, and Maite keeps some roses there as well, and they're able to harvest enough olives to have a complete supply of olive oil for themselves, their family, their friends, and still be able to sell some.
Yes, so they take it to someone in their village who it's basically a collectivo, and they take all the olives from the surrounding area, and they analyze them, and they press all of them into oil, and then they give it back to you, or they will buy it and sell it for you. And we went to the Guggenheim also, which was, the building itself was just amazing.
Salir, abres, sales, ves los tulipanes, ves todo eso y luego vuelves a pasar otra vez al frente. Pero ¿cómo salió de Paca? Ah, bueno, porque
So yeah, the Basque Country was all that I'd hoped for. I'm glad we spent as much time as we did there, and I'm glad that Maite gave us the tour that she did. We saw so much, and and I feel, even though it's simply by marriage, I feel proud to be to have that Basque heritage somewhere in my family tree.
Yes, yes. Just like is part Japanese.
Yeah, I'm part Asian.
All
as well.
right. Well, that's it about the Basque Country.